This is the Following the Nerd podcast.
Well, good evening.
Hello.
How's about you?
I can't hear myself.
Really? Not at all?
My mic's working.
Right. No. Try that again. Good
Hello?
evening.
Hello?
Hi. Oh, I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can anyone else hear you?
I can't hear me.
At all? Still?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the headphones.
Maybe it is. Because I'm only getting one ear. Oh, there we go. Turn that down a bit. I just burst a drum.
Echo.
An eardrum.
Is that okay?
Yes. Hello, this is 102.4 Shine FM,
Yeah.
and you are Following the Nerd. I'm Saxon.
And I'm Ruth. I'm filling in for Marc tonight, so you're all very,
Because
very
Marc
unlucky.
is busy having a life.
Yeah, he's having a social life. What's that about?
Oh, I don't know. He's changed.
It's not right.
Do you know, it's almost annoying now because we've broken tradition. Because
Okay.
usually Marc always starts the show with, "Oh yes."
Okay, hold on. Right.
Right.
Rewind.
Okay, rewind.
Okay, hold
Play
on.
the music again. Play the music again.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
There
Have you
it
noticed
is.
as well, like when Marc rings you, right? Because I'm sure he rings you. a lot.
Yes.
The first thing he says isn't hello.
Uh-huh.
It's well.
So true.
And how do you respond to that? Like,
Yes, and?
yeah. Well, as if you're supposed to say,
Oh.
"Yeah, Marc, I got the package. It's all sorted. It's grand."
I am noticing something funky with my headphones. It's kind of rattling in this ear.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear that?
Are you sure you just don't have tinnitus?
No, that's
In one
ringing.
ear?
That's ringing. This is rattling.
Well, that's the difference. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Anyway. So
Anyway.
what's the crack? What have you been up to?
Oh, you know me. Surviving. Living under rocks, that sort of thing.
Where have you been? What have you been at?
I haven't been at anything. You know me. I
Nothing
don't have
at
a
all.
nothing. You know me. I
Nothing
don't have
at
a
all.
life. I literally, I wake up, I make YouTube videos, I go back to sleep. That's me.
Back to sleep.
What about you? How's Sheldon? How's Stewie?
Oh, my dogs, my lovely dogs. Stewie, oh my word.
Your
he
word.
was terrified this morning of that wind. Did you hear that wind?
Yes, actually, I was woken up bad. It was great. Didn't need an alarm
Yeah,
clock
me
or
too,
anything.
me too. Well,
Because, I wanted to get up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I was woken not by the alarm clock, not by the wind, but by the dog jumping on my chest because he was scared of the wind.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a big wuss, but
Yeah,
but we
I
love
wouldn't
him
mind
really.
jumping on your chest. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't resist that.
And then
Do they not
Sheldon.
howl at the wind? Do they not go, like, if the wind's kind of rattling the windows or something, they don't go, oh!
No,
just me? Oh, okay.
No, maybe some other dogs somewhere else in the
Okay.
world, but not my two. Sheldon, named after Big Bang Theory, Sheldon, of course.
Naturally.
He cut his paw open
Oh, did he? How did he
a
do
week
that?
ago. He was down walking along the river, and Buckfast bottles everywhere, of course.
Yes,
and,
this is Northern Ireland, yes.
Yeah, and he cut open his paw, and he's been in
Oh,
pain since. But it doesn't
guy.
stop him springing around and having loads of fun anyway.
indeed. And occasionally... Oh, sorry, that was me.
Was that your phone? Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, it was just
I was
a
thinking I
chip
don't
in my
have
head
anything else up.
That's
Wow.
going... Meow.
Wow.
You know, just
Yeah.
texting
No.
me.
So my doggies are great.
Mark's listening in.
Hi, Marc. We
Yeah.
love you.
Oh, yes.
Hold
Oh,
on,
yes.
let's turn the
We love
faders
you,
down
Mark.
and say what we really think.
Okay. With his face. Anyway, let's talk about some nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
Big week this week for Amazing Spider-Man fans.
Yes.
Because we got the new trailer. Have you seen it?
No, actually, but I have it on a tab on my computer to watch it. I know.
What good is that?
I know.
What
Well,
good is- you
it's
need to get it
lined up.
watched.
It's lined up. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
but
you need to get it
I've been
watched.
really busy this week. While you've been busy making YouTube videos,
Yeah,
I've been
just
busy
being a
working.
slacker. You've actually been a
I've been
productive
doing
member of
two
society.
jobs and studying with my essays and everything. I've been mad busy, and
Okay.
I got my Christmas tree up as well. Mind you,
Fantastic.
there's only lights on it. I haven't got anything else on it yet,
Right, okay.
but
No
we'll get
baubles yet, no tinsel.
there. No, well, there's a star on top. Star, lights, and that's all
Always
I
a
got.
star, never an angel.
Yeah.
You never change. Like, because here's the thing, I'm putting my tree up tomorrow, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I always put an angel at the top of my tree, but of course I'm a Doctor Who fan, so it's a weeping angel.
Oh, I love it.
So I've got like a little weeping angel, the 5-inch minifigures,
Yeah.
and I've cut the bottom off it, so there's like a little kind of. God, this can be taken so wrong.
awesome.
But like, there's a hole at the bottom, so you can actually set it on top of your tree. So I have a
Yeah.
weeping angel at the top of my tree.
I like that idea.
I need to get like more Doctor Who themed decorations.
Yeah,
there.
just do the whole thing.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, if I position the baubles correctly, careful now, if I position the baubles correctly, I could almost make it look like the bottom half of a Dalek.
Okay.
If I stick a plunger and an
Yeah.
egg whisk in there, like a Dalek Christmas tree.
Oh, I like that.
See, now I've said that live on air, people are just going to steal my
Like,
idea. And
everyone's gonna do it.
See, by the time
You're
that
so
we're
cool,
finished
Saxon.
tonight. See, by the time we're finished tonight, like, you're going to go on Facebook, Tumblr, if that still exists, Twitter, and there's just all these pictures of people who are like, yeah,
Snapchat.
check out my idea, because I've got a Dalek Christmas tree. And I'll be like, ugh, shut up.
Oh, dear.
Patent pending.
Indeed.
Dalek Christmas tree. Yeah, so Amazing Spider-Man
Amazing
2.
Spider-Man. Tell us about it.
How did we get onto that subject?
Because
Anyway,
I said that I've been too busy to watch things, and it's sitting waiting for me to watch it.
indeed,
Sorry.
yes.
Anyway, tell me about the trailer. How awesome is it,
Anyway,
and how excited are
it
you?
is so good because I saw it earlier today and I watched it on my phone. My phone has terrible quality whenever it comes to streaming videos and that sort of thing. But I watched it, and in its low definition pixely goodness, it even surprised me so much because I've made it no mistake that what did you think of the first Amazing Spider-Man movie?
I think it was an improvement on the trilogy before,
Right.
but I still wasn't completely won over by it either.
Yeah, you see, I'm kind of in the same boat. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I thought it took a lot of time setting up the world and setting up the characters
Yeah.
and all that nonsense. And I think, kind of the action took a bit of a backseat because they were busy, trying to establish who Peter was and this whole backstory with him and who Gwen is. And by the end of it, it was like, oh, hang on a minute, this is actually a comic book movie. We need people smashing the place up. So somehow you had this whole big... Okay, thanks for that. You've just shown me a picture of a Dalek Christmas tree.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it, see, I knew that would happen.
Well, it
Anyway.
still looks good.
Yeah,
Anyway, continue.
We're on tangents here. Put that on the Facebook page here. We're all on tangents here, but anyway. Yeah, so by the end of the first Amazing Spider-Man, I was kind of going, it was good, but I wanted to see more. This, Amazing Spider-Man 2, is more and then some.
Okay.
The action looks incredible, because one of my major complaints with the first Amazing Spider-Man was that we didn't have that crash-bang wallop effect that Sam Raimi brought to it. I mean, for me, the last, let's say, half an hour of Spider-Man 2 is some of the best movie-making I've ever seen from a visual point of view. Like, from the fight with Dr. Octopus that ends on the train, and then you've got the whole thing where, like, he's out on a pier and he's using some type of big, MacGuffin to destroy New York. Like, it's an amazing piece of filmmaking, and we were missing that from the first Amazing Spider-Man because all the the fight sequences and all the CGI stuff, it felt very flat, it felt very bland and generic. Whereas this time around, it's been given a serious shot of adrenaline. Like, there's a scene where, like, a car is flipping through the air, and as it's flipping through the air, Spidey swings onto it, grabs it by the roof, and lands with it.
Oh.
Holding it so it doesn't, horribly crush somebody that was in its wanton path of destruction. There's a fight sequence near the end with Electro. Now, a lot of people have been complaining that the CGI looks a little bit ropey, but here's hoping that they'll clean it up because, of course, if you remember a couple of years ago, the trailer for X-Men First Class came out, and some of the effects looked really, really dodgy.
Yeah.
And then by the time you saw the finished film, they've given it a few more passes, and, it looked much better.
Yeah, I mean, they may well have picked up on those comments from people like yourself who said, that's a bit ropey looking, and did a bit of work. So hopefully
Yeah,
that feedback may well go back.
Right, in all fairness, Marc, there's a reason why you're not on the show tonight, mate. Stop texting us.
Yeah.
Because he's just said that the first one,
Go
the
have
first
a life.
Spider-Man was amazing. It was okay, wasn't it?
It was okay.
It was just okay. But in all fairness, this one really, really does look good. And in the same way as that X-Men First Class was a good movie. Mm-hmm. Days of Future Past looks amazing.
Yes.
So, like, it's all in the same boat. They're both fairly enjoyable anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer. Another trailer that's gone...
Sorry, when's it out again?
It's out... I think it's the end of April in the UK, April 29th in the UK. And then
That's my birthday.
April 29th.
See, now you'll all know, and you'll have to send me birthday cards and presents.
Yeah,
Yay.
we'll all be busy watching Amazing
Or
Spider-Man.
you can all take me to the cinema to see Amazing Spider-Man.
How would that work?
Well, we'll all just go to the Ivy Cinema here in Banbridge and go,
we all just
"Woo."
rent out a screen?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
We'll have like a big mad party going, yeah.
Birthday cake, everything.
Birthday, yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you turning 12?
In about another 2 years' time.
Yeah, I was thinking that because seriously, it sounds like a 10-year-old's birthday party, doesn't it? Hey, we're going to go to the cinema and there'll be cake.
Can we have jelly and ice cream
Oh,
too?
get a couple of beers down you, girl. Come on. That's what it's all about. Anyway, talking of new trailers, there's a new one that's went up for a movie called Pompeii, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. the genius, the visionary, you may say, behind the Resident Evil movies. So he's decided to take it upon himself to tell the story of Pompeii, and apparently Pompeii wasn't a very nice place. It was kind of like Game of Thrones meets Spartacus,
Okay.
according to Mr. Anderson himself. So I don't really see how a story can be told about that, because essentially it's a city where a volcano erupted.
I'm pretty sure you can't give a sequel about it either.
No, you definitely can't. And the thing is, I think it's kind of offensive because, like, do you know the way in trailers where you have like the action shots and then it cuts to something that says their darkest day, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
When it says their darkest day, you have those, you know, those kind of mummified, ashen corpses in Pompeii.
Yeah.
You have those in the background, and it's kind of like,
Oh, that's a bit creepy.
really? But it's in the context of an action movie. And
Okay,
to be honest with you, by the time the trailer ended, it just looked like a Roland Emmerich movie, you know, like 2012.
Yeah.
Because you've got people running away from big explosions and lava, and it looks really, really dire.
Interesting.
So
And
trailer
there's
two,
really, unlike 2012, there's really no way to escape it at all.
no.
So,
You either get on a boat and leave just as
Yeah.
you see the top of the mountain explode.
yeah.
But apart from that,
Wow.
you know, it looks so dire. So trailer 2 for that is out at this current moment in time.
And when is it due for release?
I don't care.
You're that excited about it.
It looks terrible. Talking of movies that look absolutely awful indeed, there's it's a sequel to 300, Rise of an Empire.
Yeah.
A new trailer for that.
Saw that.
Gone online this week. Have you seen the trailer for it? What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, 300 I quite liked, but I kind of
Right.
thought, right, that's it done, you know.
Yeah.
So I was a bit kind of, I don't know, I can't think of the word, a bit anxious or something about seeing the sequel
Right.
trailer, but I was actually kind of impressed, and I think it could be good, but I'm
Yeah.
still holding out and we'll wait and
'Cause
see.
Eva Green's in it, isn't she? And she
Yeah.
played Vesper Lind in Casino Royale.
I think so.
Yeah. Now, like, obviously, there would be a reason why I'd be going to see that movie, and it wouldn't be for her acting ability. But I wasn't really a fan of 300. I didn't really like it as a movie. Like visually, I found it quite, I don't know, hard to watch
Okay.
because it was so
I found it quite interesting.
green screen and so CGI, you know?
Yeah, but I kind of like how, you know, there were moments in like battle scenes where it was like sped up and then slowed down, and I like the kind of artistry of that and sort of picking on key moments, and you know, I quite enjoyed that myself now.
Okay, well, that's fair enough.
But-
I just couldn't do it. I don't know.
I think it's very different from what we're used to seeing as well.
Yeah.
Whereas if your brain's kind of trained for watching that kind of style of things, you know, but it's very different. Yeah, not everyone's gonna like it, but
Yeah, and the sequel,
I'm eager to see it. Is what I'm saying anyway.
The
so.
sequel isn't directed by Zack Snyder because obviously
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's busy now because he's off with DC doing his Batman versus Superman movie or
Yeah.
whatever it's going to end up being called, because we
Whatever.
have a lot to talk about whenever it comes to that later on tonight as well. On the show tonight, we neglected to mention we have a guest.
Yeah, me.
And apart from
Besides
you
me.
and your ego, we have a comic book artist, talented man from these Emerald Isles by the name of Will Sliney, who's been doing a lot of work, doing various stuff and things. I think he's currently working on Spider-Man or something for Marvel at the moment. And the best thing is we get to interview him tonight. Ruth, are you a comic book fan?
Not especially. I mean, I read them from time to time, but
Okay, well...
but I mostly borrow them from other people and then give them back.
Okay, so
I
like-
don't collect or anything.
Alright,
Or
so what would you read, like Archie or something?
Bumpty or
Yeah.
no.
Barrel the Peril, was it?
sorry. What?
Minnie the Minx? Barrel the Peril?
Oh yeah, I remember all those. Like, but
Those type of things, yeah. I'm not a comic book fan.
no.
I'll be honest with you. Like, the last comic I read properly as a kid was probably something like The Dandy or The Beano or something like that. And then...
Oh yeah, Mandy. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yes, of course.
Really girly magazines.
How could I forget? Yeah.
I
But,
remember sitting colouring that in like a real geek, but
right, fair enough. That's something I wouldn't admit on air, maybe off air, but whatever.
I don't really care.
So, the last kind of proper geeky comic I suppose I read was the IDW series of the ongoing Ghostbusters comic that Marc has severely gotten me into now. I'm slightly obsessed, I'll be honest with you. But I'm not really a comic book fan. I don't know who Will Sliney is.
Well, we'll find out when we'll talk to him.
Yeah, and the best part is we get to